Elephantman Podcast Network, grown man conversations dealing with elephants in the room. It's your man, Moray DB. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know when new material is coming out. IG Elephantman_podcast, Facebook /Elephantman Podcast, Twitter /Poster Boys, and hit the Paleo Hebrew in the top right or the bottom right corner, and you should be able to subscribe to YouTube. All right. Blessings to everyone. And I'm about to show my face. Bam! Blessings to you, fam. What's going on? Blessings to everybody. Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. Shalom, Kwam Yasharal. That means stand up Israel, stand up Israel. Blessings to all of y'all. I hope y'all had a good week. Hope y'all having a good weekend. And we just thank the Most High for everything that He's done, everything that He's doing in time. And He's right on time. So we just thank the Most High for everything that He is doing. So shalom, Israel. Shalom. Salama Yasharal. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. You love Yah. Shalama. Salama. Blessings to you. Blessings. Yeah, it is nice out here. It's about a good 60-something degrees outside in my garden. Got a whole bunch of stuff going on, trying to get my seedlings going for my fall garden. We got a short growing season before. All right, shalom. Blessings to you. Shalom. We got a short growing season going before it goes into the winter months. And so unless you got a greenhouse, shalom. Vet 78, it's been a minute, Vet. What's going on, Vet? Shalom. Blessings to you. And so yeah, we just trying to plant a few things. Just a few things that you can plant, even though it's September. You get maybe get a harvest of cucumbers, seedlings with some zucchini, some mustard greens, with some collard greens. You know, a few little things you better have some harvest on and stuff like that. So blessings to y'all. I want to come on. I'm supposed to came on at 6, but I'm like, yo, I gotta come on. Miss my fams. And I just want to just chat and chop it up with y'all. But I got this one scripture. We're gonna get into it in a minute. But I want you guys to let me know how y'all feeling out there. How y'all feeling? Blessings to y'all, man. Hope that y'all blessed. What's going on? Ruhama, what's going on? All the fam in the chat. Yes, blessings. A car ride home. Blessings to you. Safe travels, grace and mercies to you. She said, I caught it live fresh off the plantation. Vic, come on now. Don't be like that. You got to earn your funyuns. That's what I'm going to be working on real soon. Being able to get some residual income and stuff going on. But I digress. We'll get into some of that later. One thing I wanted to talk about was last week. It was real interesting with everything going on with the back and forth and the TCA. For some of you know about the thoughts, camera, action, and TCA and what's his Eshan, and then he came on Teo Ministries platform. Shout out to Teo. They went back and forth, and so he was saying, some few things was back and forth. And then Ron Dalton, shout out to Ron Dalton. He came on to a Shonda at Large platform, and they was talking a little bit. So if you haven't caught any of that, I'm going to put all of the links so you can get caught up to speed on all that. But one thing I was thinking about one thing I had got was FriendlyFire. So let me give you an idea and give you an example of FriendlyFire. So FriendlyFire is when you shooting at somebody that's on the same team. When you shooting at somebody that's on the same team, that's FriendlyFire. It happens a lot sometime in war when two sides are fighting. Two sides may be on the same team, and they don't know that the person hiding in the other bushes is on the team. They think that they're the enemy. So they start shooting at them and throwing grenades or, all this different stuff. Then they come to find out like, yo, that's the team over there. We shooting at the team. That's FriendlyFire going on. And so I think in Israel, A lot of friendly fire goes on. We got to learn to agree to disagree. Sometimes we don't agree with everything that happens. Um, yeah, I'm too busy working to even keep up. Yeah, it is a lot of interesting things. But I was just you ain't missing nothing if you ain't kept up with it, if you don't want to keep up with it. But I'm saying it's a lot of friendly fire. And I think I always think of us as a puzzle, a tapestry, right? And people got different pieces to the puzzle and different understandings and coming to different understandings of the truth, right? And so we prophesy in part, we preach in part, you know, our job is to plant a water at the end of the day, and Yahuwah will get an increase. To make a long story short, we can plant, we can water, but Yahuwah will give the increase. Pretty much at the end of the day, He will give the increase. So I think a lot of times, we were thinking that we got heaven and hell to put somebody in or get an increase, but it's a lot of friendly fire going on, man. Right, right. My way of the highway, us four no more, you know, and them over there is wrong, and I'm right. I'm obedient to the will of the Most High. And I think about this too. If you think about William Smith, shalom, shalom, brother, blessings to you, shalom, family, shalom. I think about the cross. I know some people don't aspire to the cross, but I'm saying and he died on the tree. But if you look at vertical, uh, me and the Most High, right? A lot of times we say. Um, It's just me and the Most High. I'm being obedient to the will of the Most High. People can't get with it. They don't like it. It's just too bad, right? And then so they just and they destroying all of these relationships all around them, right? For the sake of not compromising, for the sake of being 100. Ernest Higgs in the building. Shalom, shalom. Blessings to you. Shalom, shalom. So for the sake of being obedient, keeping His commandments, and I'm just keeping it real, 100, and transparent, and everything. It's just keeping it real. We sever relationships, right? And I'm not saying keep relationships because there are some damaging relationships. There are some crazy relationships, right? Um, but for the sake of being obedient, keeping the commandments, da 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 da, we sever the relationship. And some people do opposite, right? They just like traditions of men out, right? They justify traditions of men like in no tomorrow, like yo, clearly that's a church father thing, or clearly that's a pagan thing, and they will justify it and the whole nine, right? And so they just okay, God understand, or God ain't operating like that. Most High ain't operating like that no more. So they not seeking the will of the Most High. They just seeking the favor and the love of man, and all in the name of grace and being patient and all that. So you got two different things, but I think if you when they make the cross, it's vertical and it's horizontal, right? It meets you. It meets you there. So that's why he said, love the Most High with all your will, heart, mind, and emotion. Then you can love your neighbor as you love yourself. It's not an either or. It's not an either or. It's really both, really. You know what I'm saying? And that takes us being in the hands of the Most High, right? That takes patience. Would you want to be His righteousness more so than you want to be right? Because a lot of us, they really don't care how I go. They just want to be right, right? Because knowledge puffeth up, right? Like the Most High gave me this deep whatever, you know what I mean? And it's not to take away from no one's studying. It's not to take away from no one's theology. But at the cost of what? Is it? Did the Most High tell you to do that? Sometimes the Most High share stuff with us in private in our prayer closet. It's just for us for a season to marinate on, to get it in our spirit. We get it for 5 minutes and we want to share it to everybody. And if everybody now is not on that level doing that same thing, then we just throw up the baby out with the bathwater, right? And so we have to be kind of one another, and we got to that friendly fire. We just got to cut that out. That friendly fire is just way too much friendly fire, man, for no reason. And I remember when what's his name Peter was on the Mount Transfiguration with Yahusha, and he seen these different images, um, and he was like, um, 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 My son isn't making all of this noise. I'm trying to do it live, and he's making this. I'm about to pull the plug. I will do that in a heartbeat. I will pull the plug. He gonna take a break. But Peter was like, "Yo, we need to just stay right here up on the Mount Transfiguration, just us." And Yahusha and paraphrasing like, "Yo, it's work to be done. We still got to go back down there in the valley. We still got to go back down there to the common folk. We still got to go back down there to the people that's lost." So I think even with this awakening, it's a purpose, right? Not just to say I'm Israel, and then we just wait for the ships of Tarshish. I mean, we're not doing no better than those who believe in the pre-trib rapture. We're the church, and America's wicked, and we just waiting to be swept away and taken out of here. There's still work to be done. We still got family, friends, loved ones that need the Brit Hadashah, the gospel preached to them, the good news, the finished work of Yahusha, the finished preach to them, teach to them. You know what I'm saying? It has to be done. But we so busy. The enemy comes, like it says in John 10:10, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Yahushua said, I come that you may have life and that more abundantly. So we got this friendly fire. We wasting our ammo, we wasting our time, talent, and treasure. Some of that stuff don't even matter, right? And I know we like, man, I got to defend the truth and I got to say this part, right? I got to justify myself because my name is on the line. My ministry is on the line. You know what? I mean, Yahushua himself was tempted on all points, but yet without sin. He was tempted on all points. He was like a sheep led to the slaughter. He didn't justify himself. He didn't have to justify himself to no man, woman, and child on the planet because he knew who he was and he knew what his purpose was. And that's what we got to do, Israel. We got to know who we are, whose we are, and what's our purpose. What's our purpose collectively and individual. We got to know what our purpose is here on the planet. We have to know, right? So I don't think the awakening is just knowing who we are and then we just brats and babies and throw a bunch of temper tantrum. Because if it's one, well, I'm gonna say this word, Lord, one faith, one baptism, and everybody's saying different things, you know, his Abba is not the author of confusion. So your spirit should resonate and agree with something that the other person is doing. But that knowledge puff up, man. That knowledge puff up. That's why that prayer is important, that fasting is important, that worship is important, that considering my brother over myself is important. That stuff is important, man. It helps us out in maturity. And I'm only being transparent because some different things that I've been through. You know what I mean? And I don't never want to compromise. I never want to be a compromising person. But at the same time, it's a bigger picture. It's a bigger thing at stake sometimes, right? Look at Yahusha. When he ate with the public, quote unquote, publicans in the Senate, they were looking at him like, yo, man, you sitting up here eating with these folk, and you calling yourself the Messiah. You supposed to be doing this and not doing that. You supposed to be going here and not going there. And it was like, it was unorthodox. They couldn't understand it. They was like, yo, man, Mashiach, he supposed to be the Mashiach. He doing all these different things, right? And he led by example. He showed us how to do it, right? He was, he looked out, he seen the different sheep confused, and they was like sheep without a shepherd, like it says in the passage. There was like a sheep without a shepherd, and he had compassion towards them. His compassion overrode the passion. Because we can have zeal, but not according to knowledge, and have this passion. So I don't care. I'm going to just that and the other. But man, pump the brakes, ask the Most High for discernment, ask him for wisdom, ask him for knowledge, understanding. What's going on in that brother's life? What's going on in that sister's life? Right? Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Right? They might just be transitioning into something. They might be going through something, and they might have brought Most High bring it to your attention so you can pray for them or fast or intercede for them. Right? But if you just throw them out, he said this and he did it like this. I mean, it's like Abba Yahuwah is like, yo, I've been waiting on you for 10 years, and you want everybody around you to get it in 10 minutes. I've been waiting on you for 10 years, and you want everybody around you to get it in 10 minutes, right? I'm still talking about not compromise. I'm still talking about friendly fire. right? I'm still talking about that. And so think about a shootout. In a shootout, there is hostility towards, let's just say, two people or two groups, right? It's hostility, right? One side against the other side, right? And it's a war of words first, right? They're both going at it. And gunplay getting in there, right? So now it's shots lick, boom, boom, right? They got guns too. So both sides are shooting at each other, shooting at each other, shooting at each other. In a sense, it is friendly fire because even though he stay on that block and wear that color, you stay on that block and wear that color, or whatever the situation was that y'all for y'all disagreement, y'all both Israel. I'm talking about the quote unquote black on black crime, right? So y'all shooting at each other, shooting, 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 and your emotions is running high. You trying not to get hit and you trying to hit them, right? Now, same thing going on with this. Like, it's people walking by, driving by. It's objects behind. If you're shooting at somebody, it's objects behind the person you're shooting at. And all them bullets that you shooting is not gonna hit this target directly. And they gonna land somewhere. So not only friendly fire are shooting at one another, causing harm towards one another, you hitting people on the side that had nothing to do with it, right? You had hit people on the side that had nothing to do with it. Yo, man, why these two beefing? Man, I dig his ministry. I dig his ministry too, right? You know, why they beefing? And that whole Jim Jones choose a side type thing, you ain't my friend if you choose him. No, man. Sometimes it is bogus. It is bogus. I've seen that. I was like, yo, that's bogus, right? And the last three, I ain't gonna call out no names, but there was some real bogus joints that happened. One of the brothers moved to Atlanta or whatever from Chicago. Y'all know who I'm talking about, some of y'all. Another brother, he just started going off on a hiatus. And this newest brother just spazzing out, man. He just sowing discord. You know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, what's really going on? Right? So you can judge, but can't nobody judge you. You know what I mean? So it's just a bunch of friendly fire and misunderstanding, and all in the name of being right and being obedient, and man, not people mad at me because I'm doing the will of the Most High, and the devil attacking. No, the devil ain't attacking. You attack somebody, and now you want to blame it on the devil. When you opened your mouth and your strength and your might, I mean, it's about, and the Most High ain't tell you to do that, right? That's crazy. Sometimes folk be going through stuff, going through stuff, going through stuff. Man, Most High, I'm tired. I'm wore out. Most High, man, I ain't even tell you to do that. I ain't even tell you to say that. I ain't even tell you you did that in your own might and in your own power and your own strength. Right? Did you consider me? Did you ask me? Should you go say this? Could you do that? So the friendly fire and the innocent bystanders, so many people get hit, right? Hopefully not to the point of walking away from the faith or but sometimes people walk away from the faith. That's the reason why we got to have our own personal relationship with Yahusha, right? I've had some interesting things happen, but it wasn't to the point where I'm gonna leave Yahusha. Now the organizations and the organisms is sometimes like, yo, man, you know, but as far as leaving Yahusha, where am I gonna go? I'm like Kiefer, like Peter, like where am I going? It's nowhere to go. This is a fallen world. It's nowhere to go. So I got to keep pressing towards the mark of the Most High Yah. It's the only thing I got. It's the only thing all of us got, really. Right? So a lot of times folk get disgusted and discouraged and hit, right? Innocent bystander. I was just walking through, right? And these guys start shooting at each other. And they ain't even hit each other. I the one got hit in the leg. I the one got hit in the arm, right? My niece, my nephew got hit. Innocent bystander got hit. For what? And I mean, I'm saying hit in um, friendly fire with words. Because you can hit somebody with some words, yo. Aaron Coleman, brother, what's going on, brother? Man, please send me a text. I got the same cell number. send me a text and so we can chat, man. Um, but yeah, friendly fire, man. Right? And then sometimes we can say some mean things in the heat of passion. We be mad. We spit it off, right? Especially if we know some stuff about somebody. We just spit it off. Then we come to our senses. We not as mad. Why is everybody screeching their tires? What is it? Fast and Furious 9? What the heck? Um, but anyway, and man, they're going crazy. You know what I mean? Then you come to your senses like, yo, that was bogus what I said. I shouldn't have said that. Yo, man, I'm sorry. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. You know how folk be. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. But man, you can say some words, yo. People hold on to it for 10, 15 years, the rest of their life. People hold on to some stuff that you just said, man, for years ago. They'll play it back over and over, and they can't get over that junks, man. So we gotta, in the heat of in the moment, in the heat of anger, frustration, pump the brakes, walk away before you send that email, before you send that text, before you say what you're gonna say. Think about it, because at that moment, you like, man, this gonna really get them. Yeah, I'm gonna clap back. I'm gonna show them what's up. Then you come down, you're like, yo, man, I ain't had to say all that like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm bad. And sometimes folks be like, okay, it's all good. And sometimes they be good. And some cats, some people, they don't just, the words is pain. They say stick to stone, break your bones, but names will never hurt you. Please. We are spiritual beings. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. You can say something and scar somebody, man. You can say something to scar somebody. Parents, you can say something to scar your kids, right? Brothers and sisters, you can't be so familiar with your brother, your sister, your relative. He'll be all right. I'm gonna say this. No, it can mess your relationship up with your brother, your sister, your cousin, your family member, your good friend. Y'all ain't good friends no more because you done said that. You done ran out there. You always get a toothpaste example. You squeeze that toothpaste. Oh, all the toothpaste come out. Now how you gonna get that toothpaste back in that tube? You ain't. You can't get it all back in now, right? You'd exhausted all of your energy. So we got to pump the brakes, use his wisdom, be temperament, working temperament, right? Be patient, give people the benefit of the doubt, right? Look at people work, right? Don't be caught, oh, you this, you that. Okay, well, look, sometimes people can fall off, but other times it's a misunderstanding or misinterpretation. Look at that person's work. How is that person, what's that person work like? You feel me? Like you can't just man. He said this and he do this hand sign up or whatever. Okay, go back, backtrack, or go right directly to that person. They might need you. They might be going through something. Feel me? They might need you straight up and down. And you casting rock stones, man. You want the Most High to be patient with you and your attitude, but you want the Most High to condemn that person right now, right? Like I said, yeah, I've been waiting on you for 10 years. You want the next man to get it in 10 minutes. But I got a lot of comments. Let's see what's going on. Rohan in the building. Shalom. Kimberly J. What's up? It's been a minute. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Natalie, focus on Yah. Natalie, focus on Yah. Blessings to you. What does it say right here? Let's see. Uh the spirit, yeah, test the spirit and check the fruit. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because let's look at Kiefer's story. And I brought this up last time. Kiefer, he warming his hands up on the fire. They're like, yo, weren't you with Mashiach? Nope. You was. No, I wasn't. They start cussing. You would think that that's the end of you would think that that's the end of Peter's ministry because of the fruit he shown in that season. I'm gonna say that again. You would think that's the end of Peter's ministry because of the fruit he shown in that season. And it was just the beginning. Walking on water wasn't the beginning. Cutting the ear off wasn't the beginning. All that. No, it was just the beginning. It was just the beginning. Dale J, always, bro. Shalom. You already know. Thank you. Thank you, brother Dale J, man. Thank you, brother Dale J. So us looking, so we know the end of the story now, so it's easy for Kiefer. But us looking at him, This ministry over. David, man, what he did to Uriah, man, his ministry straight over, right? Man, you know what I'm saying? And it's not. That wasn't the end of their ministry. That was the big man. They ain't even really get started yet, right? Yep, fruit inspector. Yep, we should know about the fruit, and we should lead by example. You're right, and we should help each other out. We should help each other out, straight up and down. So we just got to be patient with one another, man. We got to really be patient with one another. Blessings to everybody that's coming in the chat or came in the chat. Apostle Curtis Lewis, man, your series is killing the game, man. And it's just the truth and love. I feel like a big uncle, just big uncle in there, just line upon line, precept upon precept. You can't get mad at Apostle Curtis. Hey man, look, that stuff need to be in the course, straight up and down. And I'm not trying to tickle your flesh or none of that. That stuff need to be in the course. Like I got to go back and just play them, man, and just write them down and take notes. That joints need to be broken up and into a course, man, so people can understand. And all I get and get understanding. Yeah, please get the thumbs up. Shalom, blessings to y'all. Get the thumbs up for real. Get the thumbs up. Jessica Figures, blessings to you. Shalom, blessings to you for coming in. I don't know what my Paleo Hebrew thing at in the corner. Do y'all see a Paleo Hebrew sign in the top right or the bottom right so people can subscribe? I don't know what happened. Charles West in the building. Gotta love the kids. Amen. William Smothers, shalom. Blessings to you. Shalom, shalom, blessings. Blessings to all the family coming in. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasharal. Stand up, Israel. For sure. So we gotta be kind to one another. We gotta be patient with one another for real, man. And I know it sounds soft. I know it sounds real soft, right? But we gotta go back to our first love. We gotta go back to how the Most High, he said, with loving kindness have I drawn thee, right? When that condemnation hit over the conviction, when the condemnation hit, we go do what Adam and Eve do, and we go hide in the fig leaves. We go not the fig leaves, we go hide in the leaves and bushes, right? When the Most High want to commune with us, we go hide like, oh man, But the condemnation, the conviction, is a conviction that says, yo, it touches your heart, it touches your spirit, and you say, yo, man, I know I ain't had to blow the horn at that lady. I know I shouldn't have went off like that. And then be intentional the next day. Be intentional the next day. I'm going to intentionally show covenant kindness with your help, Abiyah. Because every time when something rises up, you give us a way of escape. So I'm going to intentionally show your covenant kindness to even people who don't quote unquote deserve it. Because you know what? We didn't deserve it. If you really think about it, the covenant kindness that he's shown to us, we didn't even deserve it. If we got what we deserve, everybody in the chat got what they deserve, we'll be done cooking. We'll be messed up, right? And so we can't throw people away that the Most High is still working on. The Most High still working on them, right? They got air in their lungs. He's still working on them, right? Now I'm not saying. Now this is gonna be crazy, and it's gonna be like I'm talking on both sides. I'm not saying subject yourself to abuse. That's not what I'm saying. Because some folks just be like, turn the cheek, oh, turn the other cheek, oh, step on my foot, oh, kick me in the gut. Yo, man, it's not about abuse, right? You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, do whatever it's the Most High will that I just got stepped on and kicked on and slapped on and beat on. No. No. And that's not being carnal. That's not loving the flesh more. It's like, yo, I love you. I forgive you. But this is crazy. This toxic. I got to take a few steps back. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is, gaslighting and manipulating and have folk. No. That ain't what it's about, right? You still pray for them. You still love them. You still forgive them. But you don't have to subject yourself to abuse. And I know some people think that that's pious, right? You're a living sacrifice, with a skillet right upside your head again, man, you might not be able to wake up that next time off of that. You know what I'm saying? People are in abusive situations, and verbal abuse and mental abuse, spiritual abuse. That people, he said, "Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper." That does not mean subject yourself to abuse. So we asking the Most High that if you're dealing with an abusive situation that is verbal or physical, that the Most High will give you enlightenment and move you to safety when it comes to that. And that's not, you preserving the flesh. No, everything you ain't got to get beat down. And so it's easy. And this is another thing too, because of soul ties. It's easier for people to say, "Man, just get out that situation." You don't have a soul tie with that person or them people or whatever. So it's easy for person A to tell person B, "Just if I was you, I'll just pray for the person." Because it's easier because you're not dealing with that soul tie, that stronghold. You know what I'm saying? So it's easier to say, "Yo, they dumb. I just do." No, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know about being caught up in that situation because you only remember about being caught up in your own situation. Amen. So yeah, man, that friendly fire, especially when it's a lot of bullets, and I ain't just, but it's just like, and you just caught up, and you just shooting, man. It's gonna go through a window, it's gonna go through a wall, it's gonna ricochet off a wall, hit a lady in the back, and it's just like, why? It's insane. But you can do that in the spirit too. You can do that um verbal verbally too. Now babes in Christ around you, they don't know what's going on, right? Then they get hit. They like, man, and I thought it was one way. You know what I mean? It's babes in Christ in their honeymoon period, right? People that just coming into the awakening, and they like, yo, what's going on? What's all of this? You know what I mean? So, but I got some more stuff in the chat. I didn't get a chance to get in the chat. Yeah, sisters knit and more blessings. Blessings, 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 blessings. Yeah. Smash that like, please. Smash that like so we can get the algorithm up. I'm gonna be doing some stuff. Again, I'm working on this thing too about time and time management, right? So I'm gonna be looking out for that. It's coming out soon. And I got some forms and worksheets you can download for free. And do this journey with me. Anything you do for 21 days, it forms a habit, right? And so I'm doing this 21-day um, uh, time management thing. I'm gonna give you the results in a minute. So I'm gonna be giving y'all the links to it and y'all can join me with it. But I'm telling you, some of these things are amazing because I used to always say, man, it's not enough hours in the day. Everybody get the same 24 hours, but sometimes we gotta prioritize and maximize. It's certain times of the day that you are at your peak performance, right? Some people they good at the evening time, right? They're more reflective, right? But they really, really get to, some people are good morning people. Like I'm a morning person, right? I get up at 6 in the morning. It's like a new day. So I'm like, you know, and so a lot of time that we waste during the day that you'd be surprised how much time you waste. So the first thing you could do is get a paper, and I'm gonna put all these forms on here. We're gonna go through the whole thing, and I'm gonna show you my results, good, bad, and indifferent. And they got these different methods how you can um, redeem your time, right? And use your time wisely, whether you in school, whether you're a student and a parent, whether a single parent, whether you whatever. This method is just so amazing and it's practical, and it'll get you to get some of that time back. You'll look up, man, 20, 30 hours that you wasted in a week's time, you'll be able to get it back and be able to be productive with that time. So I'm gonna share that in a minute. I just got to get all my stuff together. That's why I want to get that all the way out. And also on Facebook, join the Grow Culture, Growth, Health, and Collective Sustainability. We're gonna be doing food and growing food and different things like that. Let's see what's going on before I get out of here. I'll join. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so I want some of y'all to join, and so we can Oh, and it's a whole chapter in there about the procrastination and why we procrastinate. It's like 7 reasons why we procrastinate, and it'll blow your mind. And then it's another little course, a little course that to see where you at on the scale as far as wasting time or doing good with time. You know what I mean? And then it was saying like the 40-hour work week. I know some of you guys work more than 40 hours, but the 40-hour work week is not always productive because you're not doing the full 40 at the gig. Not saying you're wasting time, not saying you're a slob, but the majority of the work you do, you can do in a 4-hour day. 4-hour day, 5 days a week. You can get it done. And pretty much in half. You can get the stuff that the 40-hour week, you can do it in 20 hours. But then we sometimes we hourly or we salary, they want you to stick around. So it's a lot of dead time in there or empty space where we just in there, oh, okay, we doing our own thing. I'm just being truthful. You know what I'm saying? So they were saying that 40-hour week model, it works in some instances, but other times it's a waste of time. And then a lot of times it might be a good conference or it might be something real nice. And you can't go because you got to ask permission from the boss or you got to wait for your vacation time. And they have an event in the middle of the day. You know, I work in the daytime, so they have event from 9 to 1. I'm like, I can't go to that unless it's the summertime because I work at a school, so I'm out in the summer. But I'm like, I can't go to that. Brother, I grew corn. It's my first time. Yeah, post your corn on Facebook. Absolutely. Corn takes a lot of nitrogen. That's from the grass family. And it's sometime one time 2 years ago I grew some corn. As soon as I got me some nice little ears, and then the squirrels came and like that's my like Debo squirrels, like what corn? Like what bike? Like what corn? That's my corn. I'm like, dang. But yeah, time management, yeah, absolutely. And it was coming from a deficit and a need because I want to grow this channel, man. I want to be on here. I want to be able to. My goal is to be on here 2 or 3 times a week and grow, grow my fruits and vegetables. And I got a lot of stuff. You know, married 20 years. My sons, one graduated, one is a senior, and one is a junior. So we're gonna be empty nesters soon. So it's just a lot. You know what I mean? And you only get 24 hours in a day. But you got to have your strength because sometimes I might have, let's say that you might have a 2 hour space, and I don't want to go into another show. We're about to get off in a minute. You might have a 2 hour space, but if you mentally tired, you can't do nothing, right? Try to read a book when you're just exhausted, or try to do something that takes a lot of brain. What's that? Oh, stuff falling out here. My little seedling thing where I plant my seeds in. Try to try to do something when you tapped. When you don't have the, because you need concentration, you need mental energy, you need physical energy, and you need the time. Sometimes you might have the mental energy, but you don't have the time because you know the job wants you to do this, that, or something else calling. Or you might have you need time set aside and you're not tired, right? CMOS time, and you're not tired, and you'll be able to accomplish a lot in a 2 hour period. I'm gonna share everything with y'all. It's been a while since I've grown anything. I know I had to fight the deer and the squirrel. Yeah, they got different things. They got different methods that you can get the squirrel away. One thing I heard a story yesterday too, and I'm gonna get off here because we barbershop talking. But I enjoy y'all, man. I love this. So one dude, brother Al, was a brother I met. He said, "Man, squirrels don't like balloons." I'm like, "Squirrels don't like balloons? What?" So basically, what he do is, he take these balloons, he put helium in them, and then he tie them right by his garden where the squirrels be eating them at, and the squirrels won't go by there because they scared of them because the balloons, I guess they be doing this little moving and waving and stuff, and they don't like it. So he's like, man, I'm gonna put this to the test. So he said some squirrels went up a tree, so he tied some balloons at the bottom of the tree with the helium and all that, and but squirrels looked down, seen the balloons, and they was like spazzing out, and they jumped to the next tree because you can come down the tree, right? If you're a squirrel. Well, I don't know because I'm not a squirrel. I ain't been a squirrel in 5 years. But they jump to the next tree or jump on the wire or whatever. They wouldn't come down when they seen the balloon. So I was like, wow, that's interesting. And there's different things to keep the deer away. I think you was it Irish Spring or Zest? They don't like the smell, so you get you a bar and you shave it. What did you say? I'm fighting field mice down here. Man, text man. Yes. Yes. It's a lot of mice. Yeah. I'm telling you, I understand that. Um, but we got a lot of cats around here. You know what I mean? They be trying to think some of my raised beds is kitty boxes and stuff. Like, nah, man, I'll bust your cat head to the white meat show. Oh, that was violent. I'm sorry. I wouldn't do that to a cat. I was playing. I was playing. See? I'm playing. But so I don't see a lot of mice around here because the stray cats, they be handling their business or whatever. But anyway, it got violent. I just got a flashback. I'm sorry. Whew, Most High working on me. Okay. So anyway, we had to get off here before it get bad. But anyway, yeah. So the time management challenge. I hope some of y'all join me on that. Um, yeah, and we can you don't get more time, but what it is you'll be surprised how much time you waste. You'll be able to redeem the time, like the scripture say. You'll be able to redeem the time. You'll be able to get some of that time back, and it's amazing. It's about 5 techniques. I used 2 of them before, and guess what? If you're anything like me in closing, look at me in closing like we in service. If you're anything like me, that dang, I lost it. See what happened when you get old? If you're anything like me, uh, I'll be starting many books. That's what I was going to say. So, like, I might start a book. I mean, chapter 4 on this book, and then I'm like, oh, this is a cool book. Chapter 2 in that book. Well, you can be able to read 3 books at the same time. I know that sounds crazy, but what it is like this. So, you set the timer. It's weird. It's one of those methods called the Palomo method. I'm tearing it up. I'm gonna put all this in PDF form. I'm gonna give y'all all of everything. So you set the timer. So what it does is it brings an urgency to the situation. Because sometimes if you think you got time, you check them whatever, get the muffins out the oven and answer the door, and you'd be doing a whole bunch of stuff. So now you only read a half a chapter, and it took 35, 45 minutes. But this was you set the timer for 25 minutes. You don't do nothing. But read that 25 minutes to the timer go off. Then you set it for 25 minutes again. You can do 15 or 25, and then you read your next book. Timer go off. You read your third book. Now you might say, man, it's be confusing. You read 3 different books on 3 different subjects, and you can get through the chapters, right? At the same time. I'm not saying that method might work for you, but it really works for me. Like I was reading Only Love book. She had her book. Then I was reading this other book about Jaquanza Kajufu, about middle class teachers in the urban classroom, and then there was another book I was reading about farming and gardening. All of them was good, and I got a chance. I'm getting through them with that method. So anyway, I'm targeting reading some books now. Still haven't that finished. We'll check out your tips. Absolutely. I'm gonna do a whole video. I'm about to just 10-minute videos. I ain't gonna get long winded either. I'm gonna do 10-minute videos, and we just gonna just go through it. We're gonna go through the whole thing. There are some bobcats in my area. Rohan, you down there in Alabama though, ain't it? You better be careful for them Thundercats gonna get you, man. Yeah, man. Purple Hub. What did I say? Purple. Oh, boom. Shalom family, blessings to you. Blessings to you, Elder Brown. Blessings to you, Shalom. Yeah. I have read a bunch of books. Oh, you in Idaho now? Or maybe it's in school in Alabama, because you was in Alabama at one time. Sounds good in segments. No, and one time I was practicing that method and not even know I was doing it, right? I don't want to be the master of jack of all trades, master of none. Like literally, guys, I used to have so much on my plate. It was crazy because you want to do all of this stuff, right? But you will be sub sufficient in all of them instead of mastering one or two things, right? No matter how much you like, yo, I want to do all of 9 of these things. It's not possible with a 24-hour period, right? You might can work on a couple of them, but you can't work on all of them, right? So, yeah, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. It's yeah, absolutely, Elder, for real. It's really really good. So I was telling them everything you do for 21 days becomes a habit, and I'm working on it right now. 21-day time management challenge, and it was coming out of a deficit because I was like, man, it's not enough hours in a day, and I wanted to do all of this different stuff and more responsibilities came. I was uh, Gary Food Council president, uh, BIPOC fellowship coordinator with these African American, Hebrew farmers and stuff, and doing your own garden and working at a school, and so I was like, man, right? Doing this, I love doing this, man. I want to come on 2 and 3 times a week. Um, so, but this methods they really really work. So I'm gonna share it with you, and then what to do when you get lagged, because everything is not going to come out perfect, but it's going to be way more efficient than it was. I promise. Like you'll go from 30% efficiency to I kid you not 65% efficiency. Then I had got sick, right? So I was kind of like, I had a whole list of stuff that I was going to do when I was going to do it. And it might seem tedious at first. Like, man, I ain't finna track every hour on the hour. But after a while, you look at it, and if something come up in that space, at 6 o'clock you're supposed to do something, and then you got a little open time at 9 at night. You plug it in with that. We gonna get down, y'all. We gonna redeem the time because the days are evil. We gonna redeem. That's one of the most important and most valuable things you got. It is the most invaluable thing you got. Is time. Time waits for no one. You'll never get time again. You can money come and go. You can make 6 figures, 7 figures, and then it comes and it go. But you'll never get time. You'll never be 15 years old again. You'll never be 25 years old again. You'll never again. So we time is precious, and we don't want to waste time. We don't want to waste his time. We don't want to waste time, talent, and treasures. We want to be as efficient as we can in this end time. All righty. That's a good chop up with y'all, man. It's a good chop up with y'all. Let's get ready. Blessings to you all in the chat. Blessings to you, man. Blessings to you for coming in, man. Blessings. And those lessons is powerful too, man. We need that. We need that as a quarter shim, as a body. It's called out ones. We need that. You know what I mean? So we don't major in the minors and waste time. We don't need to waste time. Chill in the building. Shalom. Shalom. Blessings, sister. Blessings. We don't need to waste time, guys. We you know what I'm saying? We're redeeming the time because the days are evil. The enemy want us to waste time. He want us to waste our time. And no man knows the day or the hour. The flesh think it's going to live forever, right? The flesh want to preserve itself, right? She's funny. She's funny. Yeah. So the flesh, it think it's going to live forever, right? So we got to make sure we redeem the time. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. Blessings to y'all. Play the replay, but in closing, you don't have nothing nice to say. Don't say nothing at all, right? Life and death is in the power of the tongue, and all I get and get understanding. Know those who labor among you, um, and be patient with one another because we got a lot of friendly fire going on, and a lot of time when we shooting verbally, I hope not physically. But when we shoot verbally, there are innocent bystanders that can and will get hit with the bullets from your mouth and your actions. So that being said, we have to make sure we use his wisdom, use temperance, and be kind to one another. All right? Shalom. Blessings to you. Elephantman Podcast Network, Grown Man Conversation, Dealing with Elephants in the Room. I am out.
Perfect.